really skip it with
You can start now.
Hi, sorry, I think I dropped off there for a second. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Sheara.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Nadia, for playing that wonderful video for us. I take it that Ingrid is still not here. So let's proceed to get to know Anna. Anna, I think you're on mute, so you might want to unmute yourself. So my first question to you, Anna, is if you are to introduce Anna to someone who has not met you, who is Anna?
Anna is a woman, world traveler, New Yorker for sure, a journalist, personal branding strategist. And I'm a colleague with Ingrid. And actually, I'm here because of Ingrid, because she was so kind to introduce me to this amazing circle and to Sheara, because she knows my deep connection to Sri Lanka, and Sheara is from Sri
Yeah.
Lanka. So we do a lot of work together in this world to make it a better place. That's a mission, and that's who I am, and that's for me. This is my inspiration to use my energy to see what tools I can have to help more people be more successful, happy, satisfied with their life, and to be the leaders in the industry. And for that, I use my background in journalism, in business entrepreneurship, public relations, marketing, and now filmmaking. Uh, so before actually my background is more very entrepreneurial. I started my first business when I was 14, even before that was legal in Russia. Started making money. That was educational business, and I was teaching English to people, first to children, then to their parents. And then when it was possible to travel, a lot of people wanted to explore the world. They did not know the language well enough. So it was important that I could share my knowledge, expertise, and they were people who started very successful businesses in Russia. They were like first millionaires and billionaires. So I was teaching them English. They taught me business. That's how I got my knowledge like firsthand with the most important something very practical, and this knowledge you cannot even get the university. So then I went to the business school because I wanted to do more, Academy of Management and Marketing. And then I opened my first company when I was 19. It was Alta Vista, and it was growing very fast. And it was actually one of the most like 10 fastest growing companies in Russia back then. It was 2004. And I was invited to United States of America by Department of States that they chose 10 entrepreneurs out of the whole country to come to US for internship, to live there for like 5 months with just explore businesses, teaching. I was making a speech in Michigan University in a business club as a special guest about the business climate in Russia. And then like lots of newspapers in America wrote an articles about me, which I think that was like the way that how I got to America. And I fell in love with New York City. Truly, it was a very special place that I felt the energy. And I definitely, it was my first time there, 2004. And then I felt like I know everything there. Like I came to the place where I definitely want to live. I started thinking, how can I do that legally in the best way? So I came back to Russia because my visa ended. And then for the next 2 years, I was preparing to exploring the courses. And one of the best way to get back to US was to study at the university and be the student. And I applied to best schools, and like one of the great journalism school accepted me. They even gave me the scholarship. So I studied journalism, like something totally different, but it was very important for me to learn the English language to that degree that is better than my native, that I can express everything I can possibly want using this tool, English language. And that was hard being the one foreign student in journalism school. It was challenging, it was tough, but I made it. Thanks to the university, I got my internship at the United Nations, and I was at UN headquarters in the multimedia department with film and radio. And then I was in population fund. So United Nations was a great place to be in New York, especially so world famous. I was meeting world leaders, and that is how I got introduced to Sri Lanka through United Nations, because I had my mentor and a really good friend, a family who was a representative of Sri Lanka at United Nations, and I was invited to like diplomatic receptions and to many multiple countries, and that's how you just get all put together. And I came to Sri Lanka 2016 with a mission. I had some speeches. I met like top business leaders. I was meeting with CEOs of this tourism industries. And there's just lots of ways that I could share my knowledge and experience. And then with Ingrid, we traveled the world. We worked in Malaysia, did things in Moscow. And I just feel there's so much more to come. Only I wish we had more time and in more than 24 hours. There should be a lot more for me. So I'm just trying to be most productive as I can, and happy to be here and share all that with you. Sorry for a long answer. I can go on and on.
Beautiful. No, that's I really like how much passion comes out of your words and how enthusiastic it is. It's very I feel it. I'm absorbing that energy, so that's pretty awesome. So as you know, this session is around leadership, and my question to you, Anna, is what does leadership mean to you?
Mhm.
What does
Well,
leadership mean to you?
Leadership is it's inspiration towards greater things in life. It's a vision. It starts with a vision. When you wake up one day with the idea that I know how to make this world a better place, and then you inspire others that they want to, you leading them in a way that it's not um, pressure anyway, but effective leadership is, it's always through inspiration for me, is making other people want to join you. You attract people and you inspire the best of them, because I truly believe everyone has a talent. and they're just not always using it. So being showing with my own example what I did with my results are real, and showing that to people in the world what is even possible, what is available, then pointing them in the right direction and giving them the meaning of their life, because a lot of people, they don't know what to do with their life, to be honest. And it happens in every country. Even in this pandemic, not everyone is so productive. A lot of people just choose to watch Netflix or TV all day, all night long, and they're just wasting their time. But when they have an idea, then it's something like a passion that inspires them. You just cannot wait till early morning when you can get up and do things that you truly love. But you cannot do this alone. You need like a group of people, and being knowing who is the best talent, and if every person is exactly at their right place and the right time, and you know how to put this together, and then you can create amazing, like great, really, really big projects. And leaders, they do big things. They really do like things that change this world. That's, I think that's what is
Wow.
that's what makes the difference between being person with big ideas and fast forward thinking, as opposed to the person who's just waiting to be told what to do.
Yeah.
That's that's I
Excellent.
think.
Thank you so much. I really like that. The fact that you said that everyone has talent. It's just about tapping into that potential. And that's where a leader can sort of help the other person be the best version of themselves. And like you very correctly said, it is all about inspiration, right?
And that
Um,
with a lot of my clients, they do personal branding. That's a part that what makes a difference, because I want people to be visible, to be really to be known as an
yeah,
expert in the field. That's what makes a big difference. But then you need to discover what's they're really great about. You cannot just have personal brand with nothing,
yeah,
right?
of course. You spoke about working in the UN, working in Malaysia, dealing with people in Sri Lanka. So obviously, like you said, you're a fairly world traveler, and I think it's very correct to say world citizen. My
Yeah.
question to you, Anna, would be, how do you get people to accept your ideas? I mean, especially in a day and age where everyone has a voice and you're working in a team. What are the challenges and how do you overcome challenges and get people to accept your idea?
I just surround myself with the right people. I'm very selective with who I allow in my inner circle, because I realize that it's important to treat everyone with respect on the first place, and I hear other people. That's what is important. That I truly believe that not everyone agree with me, and instead of just arguing with them or putting any pressure, I always listen. I always hear. And when someone is telling me something totally different, I ask questions. That's what the skill of being a journalist. I ask the questions. Tell me more why you think this way. Maybe I need to learn something. Maybe I don't understand, because I truly believe there's not like one common truth, but everyone should be heard. And that result of that is the right people that resonate with me, they really come into my life. Everyone else, they have their own path, and I respect that. So it's impossible to please all people,
Yeah.
and impossible to that everyone will like you. That is not my goal. My goal is to get the most out of every person, and we create something totally amazing, out of this world together. And those people who are not, they maybe it's not in this life, but maybe in the next life they will be someone greater than themselves.
Excellent.
Right?
Beautiful. I think we've got Ingrid who just joined in. Yeah. Dr. Ayla, how do you suggest we go? Do we continue with Ingrid? Sorry, Anna, or do we pose a few questions to Ingrid as well?
Oh, please,
It's
Ingrid is
great.
she's here. Ingrid, hi. So I was just happy to talking to like using this time before you now want to
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Ingrid, thank you very much for joining us. We started our session by exploring a little bit of Anna, getting to know her a little bit deeper. And I guess
She's a good example of leadership, so I think to do with her is better.
you want me to continue?
Yeah, if Anna is ready.
Yeah, we work together as a team because Ingrid has some very great qualities that I do not have. And when we work together, it's always good as a team. So no one is better, but we're
Here's
different.
what I'm going to do, right? I mean, Ingrid is no stranger to the ladies, so I'm going to skip the introduction. And I'm going to pose questions to either of you. Either both of you feel free to answer, or one of you can say, I'm going to answer that and take the question. Does that work? Yep, perfect. All right. Excellent. So my next question to you is, as you are aware, we live in a day and age where we talk about inclusion. Even if you watch a movie, now you would see a lot of Chinese people, Black people. I mean, I don't mean to sound racist by talking about them, but you know, different colors, different face shapes, different body shapes as well in a movie. And I think that's a huge step. So what can we do as individuals to help this whole movement of inclusion?
Sure. Is that a question for Ingrid?
Whoever who wants to take it can take it. So my question, like I said, is inclusion is a hot topic, and what can we do to make everyone feel included? The world is definitely heading in the right direction, but little steps that you and I or the ladies here can take to make everyone feel included.
Yeah, I think we can start with Ingrid. I can like contribute later if I have.
No, maybe for me is no, but we have a lot of nations nowadays. We are crossed with some national traditions, some specific traditions in each nation has. Russians has special mentality, and somebody how to say, see us for special way. Maybe for some world society it could be some we are like aggressors, but at the same time we are not like this. We are very friendly, and Russians are multicultural. So we have a lot of nations inside of our country, and it's like Asian people like me, my type, some Slavonic type, and different interesting culture. Sightseeing if you come to Russia. So for me, different nations must be friends between each other. And leadership is helping them to support it, like to keep our relations in peace. Because when we are crossed with some different like conflicts of interest, it's cause problems, national problems. So like Armenian and Azerbaijani now are fighting for the territory, and they are very upset. Yeah, for example, my friend Armenians, and I don't know how to support this situation is very difficult for them. At the same time, I know Azerbaijani people, they're not all bad because they are win this war, but what our role as a leader to be in the middle and trying to help these nations not ruin all their relations, but they can save their future. I mean, it's humanity, our principles of humanity, kindness must be inside of us, not like only killing each other because of this land or some, political games. So what I want to say is very good that if different cinema we show different nations, different people of different types, we must be tolerant for this, because we should look inside what this person has advantages, disadvantages. If you have principles, if you don't have principles, doesn't matter your type of color of your skin. It's matters about your personality. This is my point of view. I hope Anna will contribute more to give me.
That's an excellent answer. And basically, Ingrid said all the important points, and I agree absolutely with everything that she said. And it's absolutely true that, like, in our nature, we have animals and species of all kinds on our planet. They live in harmony, and so people can do the same. There's no better nation or people, but each has something very special and unique about them, and we can learn from each other the most. That makes us all very strong, because something like I know in Indonesia, they have something very valuable, like the way they prepare food, or Lanka, there's a medicine, or in US there are technologies, or in Russia there's a lot of culture. So each nation has something very special and so many talented people, and being able to explore, actually learn from each other, makes you a better, well-rounded person. So it makes you rich, not only financially, but also rich spiritually. And that's what Ingrid said, that what we are, like we care about each other because it's our planet, we share, we live, it's our home. We don't have any other home, and only here we can make this a better place for everyone to live.
Lovely. Beautiful answers from both of our beautiful ladies. Thank you very much for that. So leadership is a forever evolving thing, right? How it is back in the 1950s, it was very male generated and it was very title generated. But now we say you can be a leader without a title. You can be a leader at any age. You can be a leader despite your gender. You can be a leader despite which country you come from. So how do you think leadership will change in the future? Anna, do you want to go first, and then, or we can give Ingrid?
In future, you mean leadership for our leaders, like we are together, we are all united now by virtual reality, so we see each other through special application Zoom. I think we must influence in future by distance, so maybe we don't meet, but we should involve our friends, our partners for different projects by distance, to persuade them to participate in our projects, to do something together. So it's very hard job, actually. Even you trying to involve your member of your family in some deal, we need to persuade them. They must have interest, because contemporary world start to have their own rules. So it's everything changed because of pandemic situation. We must pay attention to this, and it's like will be very hard and very responsible, I would like to say, activity and job for us, because we not can be just call each other we are leaders and just go. Somebody need to go and follow you. You must be like example what you're doing by your life way and your actions, and it's not easy now because we are all something limited by our movements. We cannot travel like before. When we want to go organize some peace conference or something, now we must do it online. But at the same time, we need to attract people by our motivate them, and non-stop. I think we need to just follow these conditions and find solutions together. Maybe our community even is growing and growing, WWLC. Thank you, Sheara, that you asking us these important questions. Maybe when more often we discuss it, we will find some right way how to manage leadership in future through online, because now I see that's possible more to do something together by online, but at the same time it must be showed, the result must be shown in our real life. In our real life must something like changing inside of us or changing around of us, some people who are surround us. So this is our role, to be a leader, not just only to talk, action, also to act is important too. Thank you. Anna?
Oh, absolutely. I absolutely agree. And this is, I think it's a great, great answer. And Ingrid made a very important point, pointing out that pandemic changed the whole world in a way that we did not expect. Like suddenly everything stopped and everything was like working before is not working anymore. And we are on pause that is thinking about what's the real value of things, and things that before we neglected, they became fundamentally important, like connection, human connection, how much we really need it, our health, and priority shifted from just mindless living to meaningful connections, and that's how we all realize that by joining our forces and by giving with the value that we have, we can all overcome this pandemic and even this a lot of obstructions and a lot of complications. I truly believe they are temporarily, because we are hearing greatest news about the new vaccine coming, and it's a successful testing. So we're anticipating the spread of it. So it will make our travel possible. Economy will be growing, but it will not be growing the same way as before. It will be on a totally new way, more meaningful. A lot of things, they will probably disappear, but on that place, there will be more and better leaders, better companies. Businesses will be functioning in a different way, and I think it's only overall we'll be on other side in a better world than before. That's the future that I personally envision.
Gorgeous. Excellent answer, Anna and Ingrid. Thank you very much for that. Ingrid, a question that we skipped you, but we did ask Anna was, what does leadership mean to you?
Mhm.
Leadership, what? Skip me.
What does leadership mean to you?
I
The
mean
word
to me.
leadership.
Yes, yes. I was asking myself, what is leadership for me? Maybe in all the, every day we must asking ourselves, what is it leadership for me? Leadership is not only in maybe public activity, what we do now, to show an example of our lives, how we lead our lives, but at the same time, by yourself, inside of us, big inner world, where always explore ourselves inside, must do it, like maybe through meditation, maybe through some different energetic practice, which I like to do. And leadership is something like when you maybe overcome some of your weak sides of your personality, because when you can like understand it, accept it, and made it less than your strong sides of your personality. It's really leadership for me, because, for example, if you are wake up early, or for example, if you have some regime of a day, you have your planned day and you follow this plan, and when you have your promises and obligations and you do it, this is very important for leader. And to be leader in your life, it's very big responsibility. So for me, leadership is terminology, not like only scientific way, like maybe it's running by people and do something with people. It's something like also inside of you, something strong part of you. And I hope leadership for next generation will be the most important thing when they're growing, start to growing our children, our next generation, will be trying to reach this position to be a leader. It's not so easy. You cannot call a leader yourself if you not prove it by your actions, by your behavior. So this is so much important for our lives. Even sometimes I think maybe somebody who think he's a leader is not leader at all. So I just say my personal determination to be. For me, leadership is a very important part of life.
Absolutely. Very beautifully put, Ingrid. And I like the fact that you said leadership isn't only about what you do externally or what you do with others, but there needs to be leadership in how you handle yourself and what you do internally and what you do when no one else is looking. So that is absolutely true and put in such a beautiful way. Thank you so much for that, Ingrid. So both of you ladies have been a part of WWLC now for some time. Ingrid, of course, a bit longer, but Anna joining us fairly recently, but has still been a very solid partner throughout the journey. I'd like to ask you how WWLC has impacted your life.
Start as the very new member. My experience, like you said, is very small, and I'm grateful to Ingrid for introducing me to this amazing circle of ladies. And I can know, that's what I can say from my experience, what an important work you're doing. It's not only to keep us all sane. I guess Dr. Ala was saying it's like really important. Without it, our life would be a lot more difficult. We need this, and I know each member of this organization is very, very valuable. It's not for everyone, and to be accepted here, it's a great privilege and an honor to have to share the resources that can make all of us abundant and more connected, more successful, wealthy, because we can be each other's clients and partners and help each other with our resources, which each of us has. And it's a greatest benefit for me is to learning how everyone's done so well in their life to be where they are, because a lot of people only dream about be in this place when they think it's something so inspiring, and we're really doing things. And most importantly is like checking, knowing you are on the right path, because it's a feedback from the world. When you're hearing, not only you think that you're doing something valuable and important, but hearing that from others, it's like a confirmation of the right path of their things that we're doing right in their life. That, I think, for me, it basically summarizes it. So I'm just thinking great, because
Thank
it's
you.
just, yeah, it's like the money is the feedback from the world. It's like the world is applauding you. If somebody wants to work with you and do things with you, then you can see in what conditions, what's your, because the more you're accomplished, the more value you have, the more you have to offer, then it gives you the opportunity to choose which organization you want to belong. And since we are all here because we wanted, it's super valuable.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you so much. Love that answer. Ingrid, same question to you. How has
Yes.
WWLC impacted you?
Yeah, I know WWLC from Dr. Ayla. She's friend of my big close friend, Mr. Sergey Dvaryanov from Russia, and I was a happy chance to meet her. No, of course, only online, but I liked her personality first sight, and we start to talk. We start to discuss our possible cooperation with Russia and first WWLC, and it was the first Zoom conference. I remember Dr. Ayla inspired all these women when I saw it, like how I admired by her personality and attraction by her charisma, which she has inside. And it's something like really I like it, and she's for me is example of this leader, of this successful person, and I no hesitation just joined WWLC, and after that we started organize interesting conferences devoting fashion, devoting business cooperation between our Russian ladies who are business women and her business lady, and it was so good because Russian ladies accept many experience and they change their own experience. And I think in future, if you have chance to organize it alive, it will be very, very good team because Dr. Ayla, she can need it always lady from African countries, in Southeast Asia countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Russia. And now we see Anna joined us from America. It's the show how we all has our common interest to be involved in this WWLC. And for me, it's important that women are really somebody said it's weaker than men, but I think women more stronger. They express in our lives show that we are survive in so much difficult circumstances, but at the same time we never complain. We start to support each other. And in here in this society, I think we're support each other. We are get equipped with each other. We're open for cooperation. I think it's very effective for future. It's good opportunity for all of us. Doesn't matter who somebody left or somebody join again. It still will be this the center of this society in the heart of Dr. Ayla. It will be beating, you know. It's like our impulse. So I hope we are still will be growing and will create in future a lot of projects. I open for your proposals and doesn't hesitate to contact me. And I want to say for me is something exciting in my life to be part of WWLC. Thank you, Dr. Ayla. Thank you.
Wow.
Carry on.
Dr. Ayla, I know you you will be reply to me, but I just want to add, I really admire by your what you're doing, and every day you are contributing this society so many energy and so many no, what your team doing. I know your team is very good, Nadia, and all these people. I want to thank them, and of course it's important that we are something like we are have common in our hearts. So, and if we are influenced or our people who are near to us, our society, by our examples, it's very important and it's very good what we're doing now, discussing these important things.
Thank you, Ingrid. Like I said, very high praises to our founding president, Dr. Ayla, which she very, very well deserves, by the way. So with that, I'd like to open the floor to the other ladies who have joined us today. We've got quite a number of ladies from countries across the globe, which is fantastic as always. Do you have any questions to ask either Ingrid, who is joining us from Russia, or Anna, who is actually joining us from New York? Ladies, the floor is yours.
Now I want to ask questions because I have never met Ingrid personally, yes? Maybe you can share about your background, Ingrid, where you born, because even though we never met, we got introduced by Dr. Sergey. I met many times. And we were supposed to be with my president coming to Russia, yes, with all delegation of Indonesian president. And because of COVID, we could not make it, but I'm sure we will come with all the delegation and make something big with you. But I wanted to know how you start journalism. And, I see you also very busy every day meeting important people. You are, uh, share about you. And also,
Thank you.
I wanted to know also with Anna, one questions that how do you become very successful in 19 years old? Like, I think you have to tell the story in our youth, because it is important, your story. You could inspire so many people in the world. And maybe you can share your not client base, but I know you have a big client base in uh, in New York. How do you actually reach to that people? Thank you.
Okay. Let me just answer the question because I will have the meeting right after, so I will not be able to stay with you till longer. And sharing about my background, starting like early in life was not really the choice, but the opportunities were there. I'm this from the same country as Ingrid, Russia, that went through the time of really big transformation in 1990s and 91 when the Soviet Union collapsed and the country was shifting from the communist socialist to capitalism very quickly. It was a huge change. So imagine the world where basically the beginning of capitalism with no competition yet in the market. There was no really like a tax system was developed yet. And it was the time for most brave, I would say, courageous people who were not afraid to start something new and who had the skills. I was lucky because I loved learning English language, and it was natural for me to embrace this chance to communicate with the world back then in English and teaching other people. And I did a lot of interpretation. So I was doing a big partnership between the leaders of Russian big businesses. They were like oil business, and they were big manufacturing. And we did a partnership in Europe within Belgium and Italy and Germany and UK. And I've been like working all over Europe. But it was possible because I was able to do the communication. I had the skill to do the simultaneous interpretation, then to do all the messaging, all the communication in the right way according to all the high standard of business communication. So these people, they were so accomplished and so successful and wealthy, but without me, they could not talk with each other. They couldn't understand each other. So the power of communication, I think it's the greatest skill to have. So basically that was easy. There was a time either you sleep through that or you actually jump on that to make something happen. And that's how you learn in life, from doing, not from just learning. And there is a lot of skills that I did not have in the beginning, but I was able to learn them, teach myself. It was a lot of self-teaching. And luckily now you have so many courses available with internet. So when I was making money, big part of it, I was investing in the seminars, like Tony Robbins and a lot of business webinars that you teach yourself, sales, personal branding. I was lucky to study. I paid a lot of money for it, but it was so worth it because investments all came back. So now I do it for other people. And that was the best decision in my life, to invest the money in my education and skills. Most importantly, practical skills, how to present yourself, image, consulting, fashion. I was doing in some part of my life, as younger, I did runaway modeling. I was in fashion and how to walk the runaway in high heels and wear all the dresses. It's a good skill. How to look great in photos and posing the way that it looks natural, but you are looking your best way always, like a supermodel, no matter how old you are, how tired you are, because some meaningful photos, they will stay for you in life and you want to look good. Now I have a special course, a special, there's a special skill, special program that I have for a lot of ladies, how to present themselves well, because this is also important. No matter how smart and accomplished you are, we all want to look beautiful. And it's just something very natural to me, to like always evolving. So like, it's why not answering your question, why not to be successful? I think it's a choice, right? So it's like, it's there. All you have to do is just to embrace it and let this in your life. Like I, well, found all of you, just let this in your life to see what it looks like, to learn and to get something valuable for everyone. Thank you. Sheara?
It's amazing, Anna. Thank you. It's amazing. Biography.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Very beautifully put. So thank you for the question, Dr. Ayla. Do you have a question for Ingrid as well? Or I think Dr. Ayla asked, how did Ingrid get into journalism?
Yeah. I will reply, but I know Anna, I need to go for a meeting, she said, but I want to thank her to always, she's real, like real, most reliable person in my life have I ever met. Because if she say in her promise, for example, I still remember how we traveled to Malaysia together. I invited first her to peace conference, and I remember when she told me I will come. And first I think it maybe sometimes people say it and maybe they can change something, or maybe they can, of course, thinking that they come, but they cannot do it physically. But she was real, almost responsible person in my life, because she sent me tickets. She said, I will come these dates, I will be there, and I will come definitely before the conference starts. And I was like, oh my God, it's really example for me of the most, it must be like this for a successful person and leader, because he must, if he make decision, second way is his step is action. And she do it, she buy ticket and she come to Malaysia, and we traveled great. It was great, fantastic travel. It's only staying in our memory now, but it was amazing. We want to repeat it in the next trip to Indonesia, of course. I think Dr. Ayla, or Sri Lanka, to visit you, Sheara, because we are really, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I really couldn't imagine. It was fantastic trip. And I want to say, what I listen Anna biography, I understand why her personality like this. She's so bright and charismatic and beautiful lady, because she started hard working from a young age. She's doing many things like trying modeling, doing, and all these spheres she was successful, and now she's successful because she has a higher level of requirements to herself. I know her way, how he doing every day yoga, as I remember. She's love it. She do it mental way of living, control everything mentally, physically. And for me, it's no motivation from her. I really always inspired by her. And she's appeared today, maybe occasionally because I was late for conference, but it's showing how she's so much, how to say, reliable person. If we will be, maybe leader must be like this, very helpful and reliable. This is really important feature for leader. You show it today is just a simple example. You ask her, and she not asking and hesitate. She just involved in conversation, discussion, and just show herself. And many people now can join to her account and Facebook and Instagram. I think they will be get a very nice and good contact in New York. Thank you.
Personality. Yes, thank you so much. It really is a teamwork with Ingrid, because I admire her great energy. We were all coming to Malaysia. For me, it was 23-hour trip by airplane, 16 and a half hours first to Hong Kong and then to Kuala Lumpur. And we had the really most productive time together, like supporting always constantly, because we had such a very packed schedule, basically from early morning. you wake up and you have some things to do, like a huge to-do list. So we were always supporting, doing, okay, what's next with this, we organized the transportation to different parts. And what we did in one day, I think most people would not do in 1 week, honestly. So we only, I think, had one day. We basically, we are in a beautiful country. We had a small chance to be in the beach, and we were so grateful. Like, finally, I cannot believe it. It was like 30 minutes. Okay, we're on the beach now. We need to go get going. So that was really amazing. And we still, even that, because of that trip, now there's just so much more like amazing connections came into our life. And all I hear about Ingrid, how amazing she is, and everyone remembers. It's just someone who you can always, it's impossible to forget one that's there. It's I think it's a special talent. Not everyone has it. You have to be born with it. And like I said, for us, it's a teamwork, because we know if we combine our efforts together, we can do so much more than each of us individually. So, and I'm looking forward to more trips together, more things that we can accomplish in the world. And well, we create these opportunities, and we are happy that so many people find it very valuable. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Спасибо. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Love you. Have a beautiful day and your meeting. Yes, successful always.
Much and all the best.
Love
Bye,
and
ladies.
light.
Bye,
Thanks for
ladies.
joining, Anna. With that, ladies, I need to
Next
make
time
a move
to
as
Bali,
well.
to Bali. Yes, next time.
Let's talk. Okay, great. Bye.
Ladies, thank you. Ingrid,
Thank
thank you.
you.
I don't know if you're going to hang around a little bit more. If you are, Dr. Ayla, I would love if you can take over for me and handle the closing sections, because it's been more than an hour and I kind of need to get back to work. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for the opportunity, and thanks for having me. And of course, as always, thank you, Dr. Ayla, for putting all of this together, because it wouldn't be possible without you. So with that, I'd like to hand over this session to Dr. Ayla and make a move. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, Sheara. Thank you. You're so
Sheara,
great.
thank you so much. I know you're busy. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Love and light.
God
Thank you
bless
so
you.
much.
Bye.
Have a beautiful
Bye.
day. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Dr. Ayla, I will continue
Yes, I wanted
to
to
reply.
know your how you raise, because I have never met you in person, and you are just very amazing. You know, you bringing all these women from Muslim congregation. You are very helpful. Tell me a little bit about you, how you become a journalist, who are you? Because many ladies here don't really know what you're doing in diplomatic and so on.
Yes, yes. First of all, I want to say I was born in the north of Russia, where it's very cold. It's very far from Moscow, 1,000 kilometers. And I was small, and my father was working in the oil industry, and we were living like together with my mom. Have a cat, I have a dog. So in my childhood, I love animals. So we have even mouse, even a turtle, and even fishes. I like aquarium, and I always growing and good. Went to school, study very good. I always like to read from my childhood. Read many very heavy books for just my curiosity or some my development myself, and I was curious. And after my father's death, I moved to Moscow. With my mother, I entered to university. I studied journalism, and I want to say from first time I was thinking I want to work on TV, but I tried to do practice where internship. And I want to say, for me, it was good experience. But after I understand, I just want to work in write articles for newspapers and do interview is much genre which is most interesting for me. When I interview somebody, I like to explore person whom I interview and to know interesting things, facts about this person. And I start to do it for internet channel. We have my capital. I can send you a link if somebody interested to see it. Even in English, I have interview because I interviewed during pandemic, this quarantine period, many people from different countries, Malaysia, Indonesia, England, India, Pakistan, different countries are asking people how they spend their time on isolation. So about me, I like very much art. So I cooperate with artists. We organize exhibition in embassies of different countries. For example, if it's Indonesia, I know Dr. Ala Novac, I knew ex-ambassador of Indonesia in Russia, and we organized the event inside of embassy. It's like intercultural event. For me, is mission now is public diplomacy. Public diplomacy means when you provide people from different type of society to a diplomatic department, diplomatic contacts, somebody who interested how diplomats lives, how they are doing their lifestyle, what is lifestyle of them. I try to connect diplomats and different institutions of society, and where I can cooperate in some common topic or interest. For example, now I help ambassador of Mauritius to participate in conference about international affairs between countries, between our state and different countries, cooperation in economics and business. And I cooperate through my diplomatic club, Amicability, where I am now a press secretary of this diplomatic club. And together we have worked with embassies many years. They sent me letters of recognition. I get today from Embassy of Ethiopia because recently I organized for them a press conference about the Ethiopian dam. We have a problem with water, and ambassador asking me to do it. I invite journalists, I invited public activists, ecologists to discuss and to spread it in media, this problem. So for me, journalism is very exciting, very interesting activity and matter. What I'm doing every day, I listen many interviews, I search in YouTube different video about different topics. I like history, I like politics, I love to know about new countries. Even Dr. Ayla knows how I love traditions about batik. I listened to a very interesting conference, WWLC. It was devoted for kids. So now I live in Moscow and travel a lot, even during pandemic. I travel a lot in Sochi, it's a Russian city, in St. Petersburg. We have many cities famous in the world. I know what was happening in Olympic Games, Sochi. In St. Petersburg, it's a culture capital, they call it in the, usually who come into St. Petersburg, beautiful architecture, beautiful outside, inside, we have museums. Our culture is very rich. And I also traveled to more than 50 countries I visited during my life. And last visited Africa, Tanzania. It was amazing. So I love with African people today here from African. I love Africa. It's amazing continent. I would like to explore more countries and to have chance to visit new countries fair. So I also have been learning Chinese now. 我叫 Ingrid. 你好. Yes.
We have China president. We have to learn from her, Megan.
Megan. 你好. 你好, Megan. Yeah, I just started basically to learn. It's not easy. I'm trying to. I know some Italian, some German. So for me, English also I have learned from my childhood. So for me, languages, I love it. So any languages, if I can learn, if I have chance to learn, I like definitely to learn because I like to explore culture, languages, traditions of different nations. Also, I visited United Nations in New York because that's why I know Anna Leonti. She hosted me there actually. She stayed in Manhattan, and I remember this great time we spent together in New York. And thank you to her. I've been to headquarters, participated in forum of NGO, non-governmental organization, because now I'm more involved in non-governmental relationship between countries. It's very, very interesting for me. I want to develop it in Russia. I think now it's only in start position now. Not so many organizations hard for work for development between relation between countries in formal way. This is my task now, and I work on it maybe online, maybe offline. We do events offline. If I have chance to invite all of you, it will be great someday. Because recently we organized Peace Forum in Sochi, where participated some people from Israel, from Egypt. We are showing their project, and people have new contacts in this event. After this event, they can cooperate, can work together. It's important. And my my function was to do articles about it and spread it in media. And so what can I say also? I like to travel during weekend. So now today I'm also traveling to Sochi, because I like to visit nature places like mountains. I can go, for example, for all day, take a backpack, like just hiking. I like to do it very much, because when you stay in city, you want to change. Like if you stay in the city, you want to go countryside for some energy, for some upgrading. And also, I love my family. I have son, 14 years old. I'm also 55 years old, and I have my mom.
Husband, single? Can I sell you?
Yes, I'm a single person. Yes, but at the same time, I don't feel myself single. I'm always busy by my activity. You see,
So
and I
mulima
love.
kaka. Mukalima.
I visited
Okay,
African
any
school.
more questions? Any more questions from the participants today? This is our president in Russia, President Ingrid. Any more questions?
I think somebody is open microphone occasionally, but anyway, I visited African school. I heard the sounds of African voices, and I remember these African children were so kind and they so hug me. They are so open by heart. It was so much impression on me. I was impressed. I visited.
President Ingrid, can you unmute?
Thank
Yes.
you so much for your presentation on leadership. Always interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you
President
have
Ingrid,
question, ask me.
you were cutting off. So how do you think you can bring WWLC in Russia? How do you think you can lead our woman empowerment in Russia?
First of all, I started new connections with Russian ladies. I'm only starting to explore Russian market, who are which society, especially women leaders, we have in Russia. And my next step is tell them about WWLC as opportunity to cooperate, to join, and we have a business ladies, very big business ladies like billionaires, millionaires. It's for effective communication between us, between our countries. Because in your WWC, Dr. Ayla, you have presidents from different countries. In Russia, we have a problem with it. We are not so much good connected with different countries. This is our barrier of language, maybe because of this communication. But I want to help them to get to know about your WWC.
You are co-founder. It's yours too. It's ours.
Now I start to understand our. And I want to involve them to participate in conferences for next step in some projects. Maybe we can cooperate by online, by distance, and future by meeting together and create something new, a new effective society, which is help our economics, our lives to have a maybe additional income, additional opportunity for women who want to work, but maybe now we have problems to find a job because it's a pandemic, maybe some cutting of job places. They are trying to how to say, find new field of activity. In WWLC can be platform for it, because here Dr. Ayla let us to show our projects, our ideas. We can represent it easily because Dr. Ayla united us every day, every week, and she I like her segment. She give a opportunity to do for different IT technologies, real estate, as I remember, yes, business, so construction, many types of businesses can be joined. Even now, I start to interest in myself investing, small investing, financial markets. You know, in trading now it's very popular, start to be popular.
Crypto.
Not only crypto, yeah. It's something like tokens. No, it's a digital, yes, platforms,
Yes,
digital.
yes. We will have our own token soon. Next year, I hope.
Wow.
So, all the president.
You very progressive.
Yes, all the president will given like some digital money for them to trade among ourselves, you know. So I hope it can be reality that I can bring more women to trade, you know, trade business. Like if I want to hire Anna, for example, I think maybe the government of Indonesia will hire her for personal branding. That's very easy to sell. You know, then you can WWLC Russia can make commission because you introduced me to her, and maybe under that, you know, from that one particular we can grow slowly, you know. So we just started, yes. On 5th of December we will only 2 years old, 2 years, baby, still starting.
Yes, because it's a baby, but this will be baby like all babies growing. They start to be 5, they start to be 10.
Yes, our baby together. And I'm very humbled and honored for you to lead Russia for all of us. So you are leading not only for me, but for all of this lady. You are representing Princess Debbie, you are representing Nadia, you're representing President Judith, you're representing Mpo, you're presenting Norma, you're presenting all the ladies in WWLC, you know. So any more questions from the floor? It's amazing, Ingrid, even though I never met you, but I feel like I know you, like you are like my sister, you know, and I want to welcome you anytime to come to Indonesia. You have a sister. You not only have a friend, you have a sister. It's a real sister. And thank you. You know,
thank you.
You know, our subscribers, 1,000 people are Russian. I think maybe from you, maybe because yes, our subscriber is in the TV channel is 1,000 is Russian. I don't know how.
It's showing from Russia. It's from Russia.
Yes, it shows Russian name.
Ой, я хочу всем добавить, что меня в Инстаграм добавили. I just say my Instagram, Ingrida World.
I know because you have so much follower in your Instagram, very big follower. I think maybe 1,000 people follow our channel because of you, and that's like, thank you, Ingrid, thank you. I think I have Norma raising hand.
Yes, I want to ask a question to Ingrid.
Can we see you?
Hello?
Can we see you? Can you put video?
Okay.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
Yeah.
So beautiful lady.
Thank you. I want
Norma,
to ask
which
what,
country you stay? Which country, first of all? Can I just know?
I'm in South Africa, Johannesburg.
South Africa, Johannesburg. Okay,
Yes.
great. Amazing.
I just want to know if there are any opportunities for us to send. I make clothes. So I make clothes. So are there any opportunities in Russia for us here in Africa to send clothes to sell in Russia?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Ingrid have many fashion people in Russia. You know, we will connect you.
Yes, yes. Thank you for your question, Norma. It's very interesting because we are before we a few months ago, Dr. Ayla let us to organize every Wednesday. I remember it was fashion conference where I invited Fashion Association from Russian designers to introduce them for international WW Society of Fashion people here in our society. So we have retailers from Russia, we have buyers from Russia, also in this society. And our next step, we discussed with Dr. Ayla when it will be electronical. If you remember, Dr. Ayla, we talk about electronical platform where we can put all our gas, clothes for not only for Russians, it will be for all our WWLC members, and we can.
Yes, we already have the application. We have the application already. You can download. You can put your project. Maybe we can make. Now it's still trial, only 1 month. Maybe next month we can put all the products there. So we can maybe next step is starting to trade.
Okay.
Yes, but you have to be member. You have to fill in form and everything. We have already application, Norma.
Yes, I have. Okay, I have already. I'm already a member. I've filled in the form.
Okay, okay. So I think Ingrid have big connection with fashion, not only in Russia, around the world.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
thank you
and
so
we
much.
we can discuss it. I think it's good proposal. Thank you, Norma. We can come back, yes, Dr. Ayla, to organize again fashion conference and discuss it more detailed, more by particular way of our topic about fashion, about selling clothes from South Africa, for example, to in Russia, or how it's mean import. It's very interesting because I know you have a usually it's sent by port, as I know, by ferry or to Europe, and in Europe, if you have distributor do it in especially in Russia, for example. If I know the way, if I remember like this, or by plane. Okay, we can discuss it in the next conference about fashion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I have second questions. I think from President Judith.
Judith, last time we talked, sorry, I was cut
Yes,
off
President Ayla.
Ooh, President Judith is dynamite. We have another dynamite there in Zambia. You see,
President
our
Ayla.
woman is amazing woman. All of them amazing. I'm surprised. I'm in the middle of everybody.
It's because you have given us you have led that way, President Ayla. You have led for very bombastic women. I just want to appreciate Ingrid. I found her explaining what she's doing. Wow, she is a wild woman leading change. And President Ayla, thank you so much for bringing us this sister. Maybe she's our daughter or she's our sister. I want her to pay some attention to the young women in Zambia. And I am going to ask that she connects with our youth leader because they have got a lot of common interests. So thank you so much, President Ayla. And Ingrid, I want to welcome you. I know very soon President Ayla is coming to Zambia. Please join her. Join her. Where she takes you is the right place. God bless you. Take care. I just wanted to greet you and welcome you.
I will be happy to join. Yes, we'll be happy to join. It's very interesting for me. Yes,
please do.
Maybe we will have a private jet soon from WWLC private jet when we starting the trade. You know, when we will start the trade, and digital currency, I hope everybody can be super rich. We can buy together private jet, so we travel together like family.
Amen.
Amen to that. Yes.
Amen.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
Thank you, Judith. Thank you. I think all discussion we can continue. You can find me on Instagram, Ingrida World, and Zambia. It's my pleasure to visit with you, Dr. Ayla, because I want to go all African countries if I have chance in future, because South Africa is interesting for me so much. Beautiful. Zambia, because I also know in Russia we have an ambassador from Zambia, and it's very interesting country.
Yes.
I will be glad if you connect me with leader of youth.
Oh, that is lovely.
Yes.
We can organize conference too.
Yes, Ingrid, I think we will come to your BRICS forum because I know Sergey is organizing, maybe because we will sign an MOU and we will ask you to represent us in BRICS forum. We will sign MOU between Dr. Sergey and you because you are our leaders in BRICS forum.
Yes, BRICS forum will be happening in Dubai, 15-16 December. If somebody would like to join,
move to February. I think February, Ingrid. So it's moving to February. I think we will come. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody want to come with you, with Dr. Ayla, they should follow
BRICS forum.
Dr. Ayla.
Yeah,
BRICS forum, yes.
Yes, Norma again. Are you raising hands again?
No. No, I raised that time.
Okay. So I think President Ingrid, thank you so much. You've been a blessing for my 2020 and all of you too. Let me close. Maybe I ask President. Maybe I ask Empo to lead us with prayers before we close, and then we listen to our song. Thank you.
Okay, let us pray.
President Ingrid, you want to say anything else? Closing remarks? She needs to go. Okay, President. Ambassador Empo, can you lead us with prayers? Thank you.
Okay, let us pray. Thank you so much, Heavenly Parent, for your love, guidance, and protection, and for having helped us to be able to have a fruitful leadership conference today. We've learned so much, and we pray that we can continue to use the lessons that we've learned today in our daily lives, and also in mentoring and encouraging young people to do the best that they can in every way possible, so that they can open up the doors for themselves for success and everything. We're deeply grateful to be led by leaders who truly live the word, Heavenly Parent, and who walk the talk. And we pray as we're about to come to a close and go our different ways, that you can always keep us together and help us to be able to use all the lessons that we've used on a daily basis to grow and to develop and to really brighten the corners where we are in all of our countries and in all of the sectors. We pray, ask, and thank all this with humility and gratitude. In Jesus' name, amen and aju. Thank you.
Amen.
Aju and amen.
Our international song. We will see you tomorrow. We have a new conference. It's called Art of Kindness.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. Love, peace, needed in this world. Endurance, needed in this world. Forgiveness, needed in this world. Unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change. Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia, woman leading change. Yes, Australia, woman leading change. Yes, Europe, woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America, woman leading change. Kalirato fella, woman leading change. Kalitabo fella, woman leading change. Gotando pella, woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you. World woman leading change.
Thank you. Love and light. Stay blissful, everyone. Love you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank
Love
you.
you
Thank
more.
you. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Dr.
Bye-bye.
Ayla. Bye.